And now we would like to welcome Leo Daunt, President of the Montauk Chamber of Commerce, Kay Tyler, Executive Director of the Concerned Citizens of Montauk, Kathy Burke-Gonzalez, Supervisor of the Town of East Hampton. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we welcome the 57th Governor of the great state of New York, Governor Kathy Hochul.
Good morning, good morning. I kept And I'm not on this journey alone. This is a room full of incredibly dedicated individuals. Everybody from the people who work here at the New York State Parks, let's give them a round of applause, our parks team. And how many years have we had state parks in the state of New York? Ah, yes, the 100. 100, right? Go 100, another 100 more, 100 years. And our elected officials, our Senator, Anthony Palumbo, has joined us. Thank you for being here, Senator. Assemblymember Fred Thiel, great champion of our environment. Thank you, Fred. Ed Romaine, our county executive, a great partner of mine, great partner. Kathy Burke-Gonzalez, our supervisor. You know, they always love you best at local government. I miss my 14 years on a town board, but it's a place where you make the most direct impacts on your community, and I cherished my time in local government. So to you and your town board members, I thank you for caring enough to continue the fight and be our allies as we march forward. We have many other friends as well. Kay Tyler, our Executive Director of Concerned Citizens of Montauk. Thank you, Kay, thank you. Leo Daunt, the head of the Chamber of Commerce, one of the most fun chambers of commerce in the country. Members of my administration, the real power behind the administration, Karen Persicilli-Keough, who comes from Long Island herself, my Secretary of the Governor. Kevin Law, another Long Islander. You all know Kevin Law, the Chair of Empire State Development. John Rhodes, the acting CEO of the Long Island Power Authority. Let's give him a round of applause. And we also have the boys and girls of the Young Filmmakers of Montauk. Where are you? Where? Thank you for using your talents, and we look forward to many great projects going forward. And I get a chance to do a special shout out. I don't always get to do this, but because you have the first woman governor, you also get the bonus of having the first gentleman in history. And that is my husband, Bill Hochul, who's joined us today. I was just here a year ago at the reopening of the Montauk Lighthouse. Anybody who was there, that was a great event. And itself a symbol of resiliency. The people of this area who so cherish what we have here, who keep investing and never give up. And so we'll continue making sure that that iconic structure known around the world is there and endures forever. And I know many of you right now are breathing a little sigh of relief that Tropical Storm Debbie, which the images across the country, especially in Florida and the Southeast, are just so devastating. It seems to be tracking west. I assure you I'm monitoring every minute of it. As soon as I leave here, I'll get an update on power outages and flooding, but it is going to spare this area for the weekend at least, so that's incredible. But you also know that one storm can wash away everything that you've built, everything that you love. Can be gone in an instant. Why we have to build up our resiliency. This is the peak of hurricane season. It is getting longer, more sustained than we've ever had. I was literally governor for 2 weeks, 3 years ago this month. We had not one but 2 hurricanes, more than the state of Florida had. I was out here the weekend before I became governor. We had the warnings that there was a storm coming this way. I was literally on the beach just saying, go home, get out of here, it's coming, because I was so frightened of what could happen here as well. So we are in hurricane season. We are also in tornado season. Did you ever know we have tornado season in the state of New York? In the month of July, we had 23 tornadoes in the state of New York, more than every state in Tornado Alley combined. And communities like Rome were just devastated. Structures, beautiful architecture, churches from the 1800s are now flattened. My hometown of Buffalo, blizzards, yes, tornadoes, no. We had a tornado, the second in 2 weeks, not long ago. So when they say there's tornado warnings, take heed. This is serious, my friends. These are wildly devastating. So we must always be vigilant. Here in East Hampton, you know, it's a long, long season, and we've seen what happens. And I want to make sure you see what happens. Some of our pictures here, the washing of homes and hotels and the restaurants, they're all devastated. We've had Dunes Beach, roads flooded, homes damaged, and the Ditch Plains Beach that I visited when I was lieutenant governor was gone. It almost vanished. These storms have caused such serious erosion, especially to the Ditch Plains coastline, that it became even more vulnerable to the next storm, right? You're more exposed. And last year you think about the damage, last year across the nation, climate-related disasters cost $92 billion in direct damage. When you represent local communities and you have that scale of damage, and FEMA cannot be there for everything, you have to count on your state, right? You have to count on your state. And that's what I want to say, is that we are here. We cannot afford to have beaches washed away, workers laid off their jobs, people saying, I just can't do it anymore, I can't keep rebuilding. And because then we have a loss of our population and a loss of this magnificent treasure. So we want to make sure that we are firmly committed, all of us are committed to ensuring that this cannot happen. It cannot happen. I will not let this happen. Not in Montauk, not anywhere on the beautiful coastline of Long Island. And that's why today, as part of our ongoing effort, I'm announcing $2.5 million in state funding to help East Hampton rehab the Ditch Plains Beach. Supervisor, will that help? All right, all right. I can't tell you how many times as a local official we were calling on Albany for help, and somehow they didn't answer the phone. I said we were going to change that. I want to make sure that our state government is responsive to our local governments because that matters. You cannot afford to make these investments, even our counties and other governments. It's an extra burden that you never budget for. So we want to make sure that we rehab the Ditch Plains Beach, safeguard the surrounding areas from future flooding. I know it's a two-phase project. The first phase was done in June. Congratulations on that. But as you can see, we have the pictures here. 5,800 cubic yards of sand was placed to restore the beach so they could enjoy it this summer. But I'm worried about the future too. And again, I applaud all the local leaders who have brought this to our attention, who have cried for help and said, we have to have your support. And again, I thank our representatives in Albany, Fred Thiel, Anthony Palumbo. I thank you for being the voices that this community needed to make sure we have these resources as well. So I know we're on the right path. I know these are the investments we need to make, and we'll get there. We're going to get there. We're not surrendering, right? This is too precious for all of us. And I'm going to continue working on projects like these and continuing to work with the Army Corps of Engineers. We just agreed and awarded a contract for $52 million. $52 million of work that's going to begin very soon. So it helps to have strong relationships with the Army Corps of Engineers. And we're taking this aggressive approach statewide. And earlier this year, I outlined a comprehensive resiliency plan that years ago people would have thought was redundant. Why do you need that? But now we have to find ways to help people who are affected. Helping families, low and moderate income families who have to pay for upgrades to their homes to reduce the flood risk and be able to help pay for flood repairs if they sustain damage. We have a voluntary buyout program. We've talked about this before for those living in the most vulnerable areas, helping them make the decision that may save them from devastation in the future. And as well as that is expanding our statewide disaster response plan. I added $11 million in our state budget to add more staff to our Office of Emergency Management because we're using them all the time. And that means more boots on the ground. When you need help, when that flag that says, Governor, we need you, I will have the resources to send like this. This is what they're trained to do. This is what I've insisted that they be ready to do and respond so they can handle the storms. And again, focusing on local governments, we have $15 million to supply generators, the water pumps, the flood barrier technology to help our local municipalities. We're not leaving you hanging on alone. Again, I know a little bit about this. I know how important and urgent it is for local governments to be able to take care of their citizens. I want to let you know that I am joined with you. I'm right at your side. I'll make sure you have the resources, whether it's this beach, it's beaches that we invested in earlier this summer, trying to make a difference and not just undo the impacts that are already there, but to say we can head off future impacts. That's what smart government is all about. So that's what makes this area so unique, the people, the elected leaders, the citizens who step up. I'm grateful for all of them, and we'll continue to work together to preserve this incredible, precious gift that God has given to us here in Montauk, here on Long Island. So thank you very much, everybody. We look forward to continuing to work. And let me call up our supervisor. Supervisor, come on up. Have a little gift for you. There you go, Supervisor.
I guess it's still good morning, everyone. Today, I'm honored to speak about the vital importance of coastal resiliency at Ditch Plains Beach and throughout our town. First and foremost, I want to extend our deepest gratitude to Governor Kathy Hochul for her unwavering commitment to our community and her proactive stance on climate change. Governor Hochul's leadership has been instrumental in guiding and supporting our efforts to safeguard our coastline. Her dedication to preserving our natural resources and enhancing our resilience against environmental threats is truly commendable. I also want to recognize the exceptional work of her team, including the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and the governor's Long Island representatives. We are particularly grateful for the $2.5 million in funding from Governor Hochul. This substantial investment from New York State will greatly enhance our efforts to restore and protect Ditch Plains Beach and the Ditch Plains community. Recent storms have significantly eroded our beloved beach and dune system. Our investment in the restoration of Ditch Plains Beach is not just about preserving a beautiful natural resource. It is about protecting a community. This beach is a cornerstone of Montauk's identity, a place where families gather, children play, surfers enjoy long, rideable waves, and visitors from around the world come to experience the unique charm of our town. By enhancing coastal resiliency, we are ensuring that future generations will continue to enjoy these treasures. Our town departments have worked diligently, demonstrating exceptional dedication and expertise. Community members have shown unwavering support, understanding the importance of these efforts, not only for their own enjoyment, but for the broader community's safety and well-being. Through thoughtful planning, scientific expertise, and community involvement, we are creating a sustainable future for East Hampton. Let us continue to work together, leveraging our collective strengths and resources to protect and preserve Ditch Plains Beach for generations to come. Thank you, Governor Hochul, your team, and the community members that are here with us today for your continued support and dedication to this essential cause. And now I'd like to call up the Executive Director of CCOM, Kay Tyler.
Good morning, everyone. I'm floored right now. Thank you so much. This is amazing news. Concerned citizens of Montauk adds our congratulations and thanks to the governor for this tremendous support to our community. For more than 50 years, CCOM fought for Montauk's land, waters, coastline, and environment. And since Superstorm Sandy, we have helped and led coastal resiliency efforts here. CCOM joins our government and community partners to celebrate today's great win, which is in addition to FIM's massive sand replenishment of our downtown beaches this spring. CCM calls out the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and Regional Director Kathy Haas at the DEC for their tremendous work on Montauk's behalf. Like FIMP, today's success builds on years of commitment to coastal resiliency by our government partners at all levels. Supervisor Bert Gonzalez at East Hampton Town responded quickly and scientifically by getting sand onto our beaches and will next rebuild the dune and renourishment at the beach at Ditch Plains. Thanks also to Suffolk County legislator Ann Welker for her tireless advocacy on this issue. CCOM and community members responded vigorously to the crisis of last winter's 3 consecutive nor'easters by speaking up, writing in, and jumping in. CCOM's STEAM Club, who call themselves the Young Filmmakers of Montauk, with their teacher Jody Kennedy and the help of Montauk School, made a video of the devastation at Ditch Plains. And that plea for help was heard by our government and partners who heard all of us and took action. Huge gratitude to Governor Hochul and the DEC for recognizing that the problem of rising seas and destructive storms require significant investment, and that the sand replenishment is the first step to a long-term solution. CCOM commends the state for also investing in long-term need for coastal adaptation with their $600,000 Red Sea Award to the town for sustainable planning in Montauk, and we stand ready as a community to advance that necessary work. I'd like to also introduce Leo Daunt, the president of the Montauk Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you so much, Governor Hochul, for coming here and demonstrating your commitment to a strong, resilient Montauk. Sea level rise and the increasing frequency of heavy storms are an incredible threat to everybody that lives here, works here, and vacations here. We were going through old boxes in the chamber one day, and we found a tagline from the 1960s that said, "The environment is our economy." And that couldn't still be more true today. Projects like these do not just benefit the wealthy landowners along the coastline. They ensure that the dishwashers, landscapers, servers, and bartenders can continue to go to work every day and put food on the table. At a time of deep division nationally, we can all agree that protecting our natural resources in Montauk is of the utmost importance. Your presence here today, as well as your recent work ensuring that the FIMP project was completed downtown, reassures our community that you are standing alongside us to face the incredible task of dealing with climate change. Although this is a great step, we have many more challenges that lay ahead. The Chamber looks forward to being a partner in addressing these challenges, uniting the community to find solutions, and contributing time and resources to implement them. Thank you again to Governor Hochul for her commitment and recognition of how vital it is to keep Ditch Plains, Montauk, and its people strong.
Everyone, please remain in your seats. We're going to take some photos. This concludes today's program. Thank you, everybody, for coming.